Hey everyone, in this video we are going to show you the best way that you can take option flow data and turn them into winning trades. Also stay tuned to the end. We are doing a special 14-day free trial, so stick around at the end and you guys can check that out. Okay, let's dive into it. On my screen here, I have a screenshot of option flow data. Okay. Now, depending who you use, for the most part, any platform supplying option flow data, they are supplying you, the same information. Okay. So you can see here, we have the time, the ticker, and the option expiration date, strike price, what did they buy calls, how many, and premium. Okay. Now, I have my option flows set a certain way. Okay, that has worked good for me I've been doing this trading option flows for over 10 years. Okay, now you can set these up the way you want to yourself, but for me, I'm sharing these parameters for you. You can copy them, you can, again, do whatever you want. Okay, so my minimum premium I have set to 500,000. Okay, I am going out about 2 months, okay? Because we here at Delphi Trading, we're swing traders, so we look week to week, month to month, okay? I don't need to go out 730 days, okay? Minimum contracts 3,000, and minimum price per contract is 10 cents, okay? Again, you guys can set this however you want. So you can see here, I have about 1 hour's worth of option flows, okay? This is actually a slow day. We usually see 2 to 3 times as much as this. Okay. So the first thing you need to know about option flows, okay, these are large orders. They could be large institutions. They could be, trading firms. We really don't know. And we also really don't know the motive behind the option flows. Okay. They could be hedges. A lot of times they're associated to news or an upgrade or a downgrade from an analyst. At the end of the day, we don't know, okay, the real reason 100% why they are putting on these option trades, okay? The biggest thing you need to know is that you cannot just jump in this and start trading all of these option flows, okay? I've been doing this a long time, over 10 years. The first year I started trading option flow, I was on a platform. I'm not going to mention, they supplied option flow, and they also, were a trading platform, kind of like what we are here at Delphi Trading. I lost over $50,000 trading option flows. I had no idea what I was doing. I was basically trading all of the option flows as they were coming through, and that did not go well for me. Okay, so I went back to the drawing board, spent a full year analyzing option flow data. I didn't place any trades. All I did for a full year was analyze the option flow. Why did this option flow work? Why did this one not work? Which really fine-tuned my method for trading option flows, which we do teach here at Delphi Trading. Okay, so that's the very first thing and most important thing. You cannot jump in here and start trading all these option flows, okay? You also want to be very careful trading the indexes, okay? Why is that? Well, because a lot of times, people use options to hedge large positions, okay? So unless I see a flurry of option flows coming through on an index, meaning like a lot, okay, I am just ignoring, these option flows, okay? What you want to do, and the most important thing about trading option flows, okay, you need to take the option flows and apply them to technical analysis, okay? That is an absolute must. You cannot just come in here and, I'm going to buy, Skyworks. I'm just going to buy these calls, because, they bought almost 7 million of them, okay? You need to take Skyworks, take it to the chart, no matter what you use for technical trading, and then see how it looks. Okay, if Skyworks looks bullish, then you might want to follow, or you don't have to buy the exact option flows. You can, in this case, they were buying August. You can buy July's. Okay. If the technicals in the chart do not look good, okay, let's say it looks very bearish, then why would you take calls? Okay. Again, this could be a hedge. You might say, well, that's a lot for a hedge, 6.7 million. Okay. But they might be short Skyworks 500 million. Okay. Again, we don't know the motive behind the option flows. So the biggest thing you need to do is take the option flows, apply them to the chart, see how it looks. If it looks good and then you want to take a trade, you can trade it. If it doesn't look good, then why trade it? Okay. Technicals are always going to trump option flows. Okay. Unless there's news related. If there's news, then news trumps everything. Okay. We really don't know. But a lot of times you won't be surprised. News is tied to the stock. Okay. You might see option flows and a day or two later, news comes out and the options go through the roof. Okay, so those are the biggest things you need to learn with option flows. Okay, be careful with the index flows and don't trade blindly. Don't trade all of the option flows that come through, no matter what platform you're using. Okay, and finally, do technical analysis. Okay, look and see, how does it look on the chart? Is there earnings? Okay, maybe earnings are coming out. I can tell you right now, we do not trade option flows around earnings time. Okay, that was one of the big things that cost me to lose a lot of money. I was trading all these option flows that were coming in for around earnings, thinking, oh, they're going to have good or bad earnings. You need to stay away from that. Okay, I'm telling you right now, stay away from that. Do your research, do your due diligence, put some work in. Okay, look at the chart, research the company, research if they have earnings coming out, and you'll be okay. Okay. All right. So let me give. I'm going to give a couple, one or two examples here. Okay. So this company came through, DBRG. Okay, and we're gonna go to the Discord in a minute. Okay. So why did we parse this one out and post it in our Discord, which is what we do here at Delphi? We don't even supply option flows as data. Okay, we parse them out and we post what we think are the relevant ones to the community. Okay, and one of the things that we look for here, especially me, I've been trading for over 30 years. If something comes through and there's a ticker that I don't recognize, then I'm gonna dig deeper and see what this one is about. In this example, never heard of DBRJ, didn't know what it was. Somebody came in, they bought 5,000 of these $9 contracts. Okay, it wasn't a big amount in the bigger picture, but because I never heard of this name, I found it interesting. Okay, and then I dug deeper. I looked at the chart, which we'll get to in a minute, and it was a very good setup, and the option flows made sense. Okay, so again, if something comes through that I don't recognize, I know a lot of tickers from trading for so long. So if something comes through and I don't recognize that's one of the criteria that I use to decide if I'm going to take a trade or not. Okay, so just real quick, again, we're in our Discord here. Okay, it's called the Delphi Room. You can see we have a ton of channels. And again, stick around to the end for we're doing a free trial. And you can see one of the channels we have here is called UOA Option Flow. Okay, UOA stands for Unusual Option Activity. Okay, and you can see that we're posting option flows in the channel for the community. And if you noticed, Meta was on that screenshot I took, and we post Meta and let everybody know they have earnings coming up. Okay, in July they bought these August calls. Okay, so this is the channel that we post everything for the community. We parse things out, and again, this is a huge benefit to everybody here. They don't have to sit there and look at a lot of option flow, which I look at every day. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the Delphi charts here. I went back Okay, you can see here, this is from May 14th. Okay, now again, you have to take the option flow and take it to technical analysis, look at the chart. Okay, you can see here, we posted here, DBRG pattern, UOA makes sense. Okay, so those option flow, remember, they were the $9 calls. Okay, why did this make sense to us? Because look, there is a really nice cup and handle pattern here. Okay, if you don't know anything about patterns, we have educational channels here at Delphi that covers all this stuff. But a cup and handle pattern is exactly what it sounds like. We have the cup here, okay, and then we have the handle. And these are one of our favorite patterns to trade. Okay, when you get the breakout, you get a move. Okay, so you can see here, this was the day right there, okay, that the option flows came through. Okay, it was trading around 9 to 950. Okay, so technically speaking, the option flow made sense. This is a very bullish setup for Digital Bridge. Okay, and that is why we posted it in our Delphi channel here in Discord. Okay, so let's see what that ended up doing. Okay, there's no words for this. Okay, again, this is where the option flow came through. Okay, literally the next day, okay, it hit $12. Okay, and the next day after that, it went up a little more. So you can see, okay, this stock went from 9 roughly to $12 in a day. Okay, that is a huge percentage move, not only for the stock, but for those options. Okay, those options went up like 4 or 5x. Okay, so again, this is what you have to do with option flows. Okay, you have to look at the chart. The chart didn't look good. Okay, let's say, this wasn't here. Okay, and this stock was just going straight down, and it would not be looking bullish. Okay, but because the pattern was here, we identified it, and it ended up just working beautifully. Okay, now full disclosure, it doesn't always work like this. Okay, remember, option flows are no guarantee. They're just information. Okay, we say that all the time. You're getting information. How you apply that information is up to you, and there's no guarantee it's going to work. Okay, a lot of times option flow doesn't work, especially around earnings, which is why we say you have to be careful. Okay, and here's just an example of how powerful option flow can be if you catch the right move, okay, on the stock. So look, again, we're going back to May here. Someone came in and he bought 10,000 of these calls. Okay, the stock was at roughly $200. They were going out over $30 on these calls. Okay, they were bought for 43 cents. Okay, so look what happened to these options. Okay, and what these did. This, whether we traded it or not, we are not promoting. This was a trade. We're showing cold hard facts here. Okay, because again, these are the options, the 232s. Okay, look, we posted those options at 43, and literally 2 days later, they were over $30. Okay, so the moves you could get trading option flows are tremendous. Okay, if you catch the right ones, if you do your homework and you do your due diligence. Okay, we're not showing a trade. These are actual options that were bought for 43 cents. I mean, this is cold hard facts here. So again, we can't stress this enough. This video here is going to help you tremendously to trade option flows. And again, you can get all this information here with us. You can, follow our YouTube channel here, set your alerts, because we do post a lot of things here on YouTube. And also give us a follow on X here at Delphi Trading GP, which means for group. Again, at Delphi Trading GP. And you can see here, this is our 14-day free trial. We don't take credit cards. You can leave at any time. You can come into our Discord. You can, get trades for free. We have long-term portfolios. We showed you all the channels, crypto, option flow channels, UOA. You can come in for 14 weeks, not pay a thing, trade if you want, see what we have in our portfolios. You can get all this stuff. We have a chat, a ton of things in our trading room. And again, you can get all that for free here with a 14-day free trial. No credit cards. It's really a no-brainer because it's not costing you guys anything, okay? So anyway, that's it from us here. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this video on option flows, and we will be putting out more content here as we have been on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, hit the alert button, and please give us a follow on X. Thank you. Have a great day.